Welcome to Eating Secret. Today we're actually going to master batch some of the lye solution, but I like to pre-make all of my lye solution for the week, usually in one day, and as long as you keep them in a heat safe bottle with a screw lid, they'll stay clear and you can use them whenever you want to. So what you need to do is make sure you're using heat safe containers and make sure there's not a scrap of anything inside each container. Just give them all a good rub down. Now, a product I find really good for cleaning any excess soap or anything that gets stuck to a container, such as this one. I don't know if you can see, it's got a bit of a pinky glow, and so it needs a good scrub inside of this one, and the best product I find for doing that is Astonish. It's like a thick grey paste, and you just wet it on the back of your sponge, and it's excellent for getting any of that grubbiness that might have soaked in to any plastic or indeed any glass that you might be using. That's an ingredient product I swear by. I've always got some on hand. The longer you have it, it does dry out. It's like a paste when you buy it. But once it's been open a few times, it will it'll get a lot harder, but it still works well. So I'm just making sure there's no excess bits of soap or anything stuck on the insides of these jugs. And the first thing we're going to do, first off, we need our rubber gloves. We need a pair of goggles. The best goggles you can get are probably swimming goggles, because they have a fantastic seal all the way around the outside. I haven't got any, but I think they'd be the very best type of goggles you could buy. And then you need a mask. You can see my mask is well used. It's a narco mask. It's predominantly specially made for jobs like this. People that work in businesses that have a lot of powder or dust or anything flying around where they're working. These are legally used for those types of jobs, and so are good enough for the jobs that we're doing here. So we're just going to pop those on. And I'm going to take my distilled water. I do actually buy my water in a great big, like a 25 litre container, but I like to dispense it into here because it's very hard to pour out of a 25 litre container. So we're just going to turn the scale on. And we're going to put 700 mils of water in here. I only do a 20% water as a percentage of oils with my regular soap. I know if you're watching soap making from scratch, I do it at 25%, which is a great water discount for soap making. It's quite a high water discount when you get down to like 25%. And I know it says on Soap Calc 38%, but I would never use such a high volume of water in your soap. Soap looks much better, in my opinion, with less water in it. So I like to use 700 mils of water. Make sure you tare the scales down to 0. I like to make sure it is spot on. And then any water I've got left over, I'll just put back in my bowl. So I've now got a different jug here, and I've tared the scales down to 0. I'm going to add my caustic soda into my jug. So I want 525 grams of caustic soda, which we know as we like to call lye. And because we've gone over slightly, I'm just going to take a metal spoon, and there we go, we're at 525 grams, and we can just use the same jug for each measurement of the lye solution. Now again, you want to make sure the spoon, the metal spoon, stainless steel spoon, whatever you're using to mix your lye, it could be silicone or whatever, you need to make sure that is spotless. If it isn't, then when you stir your lye solution, it's going to strip off whatever's stuck onto that spoon. We always pour this caustic soda into the water. I'm just tapping it to make sure I get every grain out of that jug. Then I put the jug back on the scale, we take the spoon and we start to stir it straight away. And you need to keep stirring it until you can't feel any granules hitting off your spoon. Once that's done, you can stop stirring and move on to the next one. Now I did hear, sounds like there's still some granules in that container, and yes, I can see them, so I need to make sure. Now what's happening is there's a little bit of moisture actually getting into this container, so the lye is wanting to stick to the container. So what I'll do is I've tipped what's left in there, and then I'm going to give this a dry out over the bin. I dried it out just with some kitchen roll, giving that last container another stir there, and then into the new container. After about 15 minutes, I like to just go and give all of the solutions a stir. Now you can see some lint on there, but what's absolutely amazing is when we dispense this into the bottles and put the lids on, when we come back to use it, there won't be any lint. We'll just have a beautiful, clear lye solution ready to use in our soaps. Okay, so now we're just going to carefully dispense these into the bottles. You can see there is lint going in there, and I can pretty confidently say that when it comes out of there, there won't be any lint in it because the bottle's going to be sealed. And that's it. That's how to master batch your lye. You might want to buy some special containers, so you'll need some heat safe containers if you haven't got any bottles like this. It'd be much safer to use a proper heat safe container with a lid on. Okay, so that's it for, I guess this would work out as a soap making from scratch episode as well. So this would be soap making from scratch episode 17. Alright everyone, happy new year and thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your support last year and for all those who supported me since the beginning. I haven't forgotten you and I'll never forget you. But yeah, see you all very soon for another video from Eden's Secret. Bye bye for now.